Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the San Diego Padres.
Last night, the Reaper recorded a 4-out save with 4 Ks in the ninth to shut the door on a Cardinals comeback as the Padres take Game 3 with a 4-2 victory. We welcome you back to San Diego and to Petco Park on this Mother's Day. It's also Game 4 of 4 between the St. Louis Cardinals and the San Diego Padres. Great to see so many moms celebrating here today at Petco Park. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. Everybody, I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. A much-needed victory here yesterday for the San Diego Padres, and their bats finally came to life.
Donnie, we've seen the bats when they're hot. We've seen them when they're cold, and yesterday was really, really good to win that game because now they got a chance to split the series. Ty France made some noise with his 4th home run of the season. Yesterday with that home run ends 9 consecutive hitless innings for the San Diego Padres. They need to string together some hits like this. The little bloop to right field for Fernando. And speaking of Fernando and Manny Machado, when they both have an RBI or more, guess what their record is? 15-3. That's a really good combination. So up and down the lineup, they need some pop. Speaking of pop, congratulations, Manny Machado. His 200th career home run as a Padre wearing the brown and gold. We need to see some pop, maybe some home runs this afternoon against the Redbirds.
Yesterday's solid performance from Randy Vasquez. Walker Buehler will be looking for more of the same today, and he's enjoyed pitching here at Petco Park.
He most certainly has, and the numbers prove that. And it's another case of follow the leader. Last time out when Randy Vasquez pitched, Walker Buehler did a fine job. So how about these splits? Home is where the heart is. Let's start with the road. Let's forget about the 10-13 ERA. The whip at over 2. The opponent's hitting 360. Here at Petco Park, 4 starts, 3.20 ERA. The whip just above 1. Opponent's hitting 219. That's the Walker Buehler. We need the home Walker Buehler today.
Coming up, Happy Mother's Day. We return to San Diego. Bob Scanlon will join us. We'll hear from some of the players and their well wishes for their moms and wives on this Mother's Day. That's next. Baseball is presented by Petco, official partner of the San Diego Padres. By Disney Cruise Line, where magic meets the sea. By Sequan Casino Resort, official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. And by USAA, taking care of the military and their families for over 100 years. On this Mother's Day, let's check in field level with Bob Scanlon.
Don, thank you so much. It's an absolutely perfect day for baseball, and on this Mother's Day, a perfect day to honor the women that have had an influence on these players that we're going to see on the field, whether it was a mom making sure they were getting to Little League practice on time or maybe throwing them some batting practice. Maybe it was a wife that was there to be of support during the ups and downs of a Major League career. Whatever the case may be, there's usually a strong woman in the background to help that Major League dream come true, as the players themselves explain.
My wife, of course, she does this life with me. Jordan goes through everything that I do. She just doesn't share the same spotlight, but that doesn't mean she doesn't feel the same things I feel, and I couldn't be doing this without her.
My mother, because the resilience she has and her faith. When you say strong woman, my wife pops into my mind.
My mother, she's sacrificed, everything. Wouldn't be here without her.
Life. It's hard dealing with a professional athlete and dealing with the toddler, so my wife.
My mom, my sister, my wife, those 3 are 3 very good examples.
Well, the Padres will try to give their moms and wives something to cheer about as the Padres look to take the final game and even up the series. Padres, Cardinals, first pitch on Mother's Day coming up next. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Petco Park on this Mother's Day. It's the St. Louis Cardinals, the San Diego Padres in the 4th and final game of this homestand for the Padres on a beautiful day. Not a cloud in the sky as we get it started here at Petco Park, and the Padres looking to gain a split of this 4-game series against St. Louis.
And hopefully they can break out the bats like they did yesterday, winning. We saw Mason Miller just strike out 4 in 1 inning with the drop third strike, and that was something to see. But it's a glorious day on this Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there watching. We appreciate all you do. And like the great late Ralph Kiner, Hall of Famer, said on this Mother's Day, happy birthday to all the moms out there.
And happy birthday, or happy birthday, happy mother. You got me thinking birthdays now. Happy Mother's Day to Sue Grant as well out there.
Mom is watching, so thank you, Donald. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Talked to Mom this morning. Mom, I love you very much. And it's the great game of baseball that I fell in love with, but obviously fell in love with you when I got to know you and you raised me. And I think you did okay, Mom. You did great.
Yeah, did great.
Yeah, the best mom ever.
Well, it's time now for our USAA military take the field. And in honor of Mother's Day, USAA and the Padres welcome 9 sailors from the Naval Base San Diego taking the field with their Navy moms. That's really cool.
That's really cool. Love the uniforms. Love the smiles. And a big old thank you to the men and women in our military who serve our country.
And it is a military Sunday, of course, here at Petco Park, as it is on every home Sunday, as the Padres wrap up the homestand and will be heading to Milwaukee after the ball game to begin a series on Tuesday. Here's the Cardinals lineup. It's brought to you by Appliance Alley. J.J. Weatherholt is at second base with Ivan Herrera, the DH. Alec Burleson is at first base with Jordan Walker's having a tremendous season. He's in right field. Nolan Gorman at third base. Mason Wynn, one of the only, I guess you could call him a veteran, but he's one of the older guys on this young Cardinals team. Nathan Church is Thomas Segazy, who is in left field, and Pedro Pajes does the catching bats out of the 9 spot for the St. Louis Cardinals. On the mound for the Padres is Walker Buehler.
The Redbirds have a young roster, but there's a veteran they're going to face today, 31-year-old Walker Buehler. His 8th start of this season. The high ERA, 30 1/3 innings pitched. More hits than innings pitched with 34, but Walker's kept the ball in the yard. He's only surrendered 2 home runs on the year.
Let's take a look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud.
Last time out in San Francisco for Walker, he allowed 7 hits, 3 on the changeup, up in the zone a little bit. That's going to happen. That's an adjustment he can make. And then 1 each on the slider, 4-seamer, cutter, and sinker. And once again, this guy likes to challenge hitters. The velo's down a little bit, but he is not afraid to try to challenge these guys.
Let's take a look at the Padres defensively, presented by Valley View Casino. Left to right in the outfield, it is Sheets, Merrill, and Tatis Jr. Third to first, Machado, Bogart, Song, and France, with Duran getting the nod today. His second major league game doing the catching for Walker Buehler.
Coming to you from downtown San Diego, the corner of Tony and Trevor on this Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Stepping up to the plate for the Redbirds, J.J. Weatherholt. Stepping up to the mic with the play-by-play is the voice of the San Diego Padres, Don Orsillo. Donnie?
Thanks very much, Mudley. Here we go. Game 4 of the 4-game series from Petco Park in San Diego. First pitch in there for strike 1. We're underway. J.J. Weatherholt leading it off. 235 with 7 home runs and 20 runs batted in. The Cardinals' second baseman. Now we highlighted in the open the numbers here for Buehler. He far and away prefers pitching here in friendly confines of Petco Park.
Yeah, how about those splits? Really good numbers here at the corner of Tony and Trevor, and he's just going right after Weatherholt right here, getting ahead 1 and 2. Fastball velocity, keep an eye on that. Coming in hot right now at 95. And there it is again. It's worth going over. At home, 4 starts. Nice ERA, the whip, opponent's batting average. On the road, not so much.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Weatherholt to start the day.
It's a 2-seamer, it's a sinker, and it's at 95, and that ball has got some late movement, bringing it back in a little bit for the swing and miss. That's beautiful.
1 down here in the first inning for Ivan Herrera, the DH. Center fielder Jackson Merrill, step or 2 towards right center. Lots of green grass, and in left center field. Good sized gap out there. Herrera slaps it foul off to the right, out of play. It's a great series, hitting at 500, 6 for 12 in the series so far.
6 for 12, you said?
Yes, that's 500. Sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
I know.
I had to work the math a little bit, but thank you for that answer.
No problem.
Nice.
How about the 25 game on base streak he's got going? 442 on base percentage, scoring 19 runs. And a swing and a miss. Nice start today. Walker Buehler back-to-back Ks in the first inning.
Keep challenging them. Throw it in the zone to see if they can turn it around, and that is the breaking ball there. That was the sweeper, the slurve. It's a curveball any way you look at it for the swing and miss.
2 down for Alec Burleson, the first baseman. Cranks it foul to the screen. Not waiting around to be down to the count, so he jumps on that first pitch. 267, 6 homers, and 30 runs batted in. 3 for 12 in the series. Does have a double and a home run in this 4-gamer that comes to its conclusion today.
It would be nice for Walker Buehler to have a nice quick 1-2-3 inning. Throw fewer than 15 pitches. That would be ideal.
Falling behind 3-1 to Burleson. On deck is Jordan Walker. On the ground right side at Song, who will go to first for out number 3, and Walker Buehler does enjoy a 1-2-3 first. Padres are coming up. Military Sunday is presented by USAA. Welcome you back to jam-packed Petco Park as the Cardinals don't score at the top of the first. Padres coming up in the bottom of the first. Padres lineup brought to you by UC San Diego Health. Merrill's at the top of the order in center with Tatis in right, Machado at third, Sheets in left, Bogarts at short, and Duhar is the DH with France at first. Song is at second, and Duran does the catching. Kyle Leahy on the mound today for St. Louis, and he is ready to work here to Jackson Merrill. And his first pitch is going to miss for ball 1.
Well, this right-hander makes his 8th start. ERA under 5, 34 2/3. A little high maybe on the walks, 13, but not that bad. Over the top, pretty much a traditional type delivery from Mr. Leahy.
Been pitching better lately, it seems. The last couple of outings have been better. Did he go? No, he did not. We'll check with Jansen Visconti, third base umpire.
Well, Donnie, as you mentioned, last 5 starts, 24 innings, 5.63. The last 2, 10 2/3. In those 10 2/3, 3.38. Whip at 1.5. 3 of his 4 wins have come on the road.
Jackson Merrill leading off for the 6th straight game, and a swing and a miss, full count. So he's settled into this leadoff spot. Just confirmed whether or not that was a strike that he just swung at. With Andy Fletcher, home plate umpire. That is ball 4, and a leadoff walk for Jackson Merrill here in the first inning.
Here's what's in the toolbox for Leahy. Kyle throws the 4-seamer, sinker, slider, curveball, sweeper, and a changeup. And once again, a guy who's not afraid to challenge hitters. And the batting average is against in the 300s, the top 3. It's time for the Padres to make hay and get to Leahy early today.
There's Fernando, who will take a strike. And he came up with a big 2-run single in yesterday's game. as the Padres bats finally came to life in Game 3 of this series. Didn't exactly crush this, but it got the job done.
Yeah, you know, hits are hard to come by at the big league level, any level. Get them any way you can. Off the end of the bat, Fernando goes the other way, drives in 2. Hey, maybe that's the start of something. Stay tuned.
Swing and a miss as Fernando strikes out. First out here of the first inning. Did him on a changeup.
88-mile-an-hour changeup, and this is a hanger right at the belt buckle. Fernando right over the top of it.
So 1 on, 1 out brings up Manny Machado. Homered yesterday, his 200th in a Padres uniform. And he'll take a look at strike 1.
How about that? 200 round trippers as a Padre.
375 total home runs in the big leagues.
Where does the time go, Don? Doesn't it seem like
Incredible.
just, yeah, right? Time goes by so quickly. Seems like just yesterday that press conference in Peoria where Manny was there with Yene, his bride, and they were talking to the press and talking to him about being a Padre.
And he was wearing a blue uniform.
Yeah, how about that, right?
Ball 1, 1 and 2.
Well, everybody, speaking of home runs, they want to hit a home run on Mother's Day. It's not going to happen. I hate to break the news to you. It's not going to happen. Not everybody's going to hit a home run, but
Jorge Alfaro did.
That's right. I remember that one.
Walk it off.
That was a good one.
Runner goes, and a fly ball struck well to right field. Back goes Walker. Dirt of the track, front of the fence, makes the catch. Manny Machado with authority going the other way, but staying in the yard as Jordan Walker backs up and reels it in.
I thought this one had a chance. This ball just kept going. And we know the power, the opposite field power for Manny. It's a 4-seam fastball. And there's that patented swing of his, and right at the track, at the wall. Not enough off the bat of Manny on this Mother's Day.
So 2 down, and with 358 feet on the out. And here's Gavin Sheets. Takes strike 1. Curveball that time from Leahy. 5 home runs for Sheets, 13 runs batted in. Time for the Sequan Casino Resort Scouting Report.
Here it is for Kyle Leahy. He's got the 2-seamer and 4-seamers up. Pretty traditional for pitchers these days. Sweeper and slider to righties, and he likes to drop that curveball into a lefty. Well, here's a lefty here in Gavin Sheets. It's more of an up and down break rather than that ball that's going to go into a lefty, into a swing path. So a lot of righties will drop that number 2, drop the deuce on him, 12-6.
Swing and a miss, kind of buried it down and in.
There's that curveball I was talking about.
Ended up walking the first left-handed hitter he faced in Jackson Merrill to begin the inning. Jackson still at first base with now 2 down in the inning. Going over to check a disengagement, but Merrill back safely. Score-free Jumbo Jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run with the purchase of a large drink. 2-2, runner goes, pitches low and dropped, and stealing second base standing is Jackson Merrill.
Jackson on the low fly. No handle. Don't get hurt. In a scoring position.
That is ball 4, and down to first base goes Sheets. Second walk of this first inning allowed by Kyle Leahy. Just saw stolen base, and that Padres stolen base presented by Uber Eats. Use the code Padres Steal for $10 off your next order of $15 or more. Terms apply while supplies last. See app for details.
Jackson's 8th stolen base.
First and second with 2 down for Xander Bogaerts. Chance to do some first inning damage here for the Padres. Bats came to life yesterday. Hopefully trying to continue that into game 4. Ball 2-0.
Oh, keeping the ball away from Xander the first 2 pitches.
Now Bogaerts leading in RBIs with 23, top of the list for the Padres in driving in runs. Falling behind 3-0.
Well, for Leahy versus righties, 246. Lefties, 358 opponent's batting average. And look at the differences in the opponent's OPS. Surrendering 6 home runs together.
That's a strike, and it's 3-1.
Look a little low, eh?
Yep. 3-1. There's strike 2, and challenging this time is Bogaerts. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
I'll confirm you the strike. San Diego has 1 challenge remaining.
So if he had challenged the first one, he would have gotten it right. This one he challenges, and it's wrong, unfortunately for Xander. And now it's time to party with 2 down, 3-2 the count. And runners at first and second, everybody on the move. Fouled back, we'll do it again. Seventh pitch coming at this plate appearance. Here's the first 6.
Saving the hard stuff for later. Looks like Mr. Leahy loves the hard stuff.
Spirals off the backside, no throw. Foul back again. Runners getting a workout. They'll return to their respective bases. That's Merrill to second, Sheets to first with 2 down. 8th pitch of this plate appearance coming up for Xander Bogaerts from Kyle Leahy. Fouled off again.
Runners hate this.
Just to stay in shape.
You're busting it on the pitch. Got to go back. Do it again. Tee it up.
So a third party opportunity.
Never pass up a good party.
And a fly ball to left field. So Jay-Z will have room. Shy of the track. Now onto the edge to make the catch. It ends the inning. Padres stranding 2. We're scoreless.
Padres and Cardinals still locked at 0. Top of the second inning on the UC San Diego Health scoreboard. Walker Buehler doing a great job of using the 4-seam fastball in his last outing. There you see when he used a 4-seam fastball during a plate appearance, opponents were only on base at a 182 clip, 2 for 11, and he used it very effectively, guys. He used it 23% of the time. There you see when he didn't use the 4-seam fastball, opponents were on base at a 400 clip. Little 4-seam fastball to start things off here for the first. And the point is, guys, he's got a good 4-seam fastball. When he uses it effectively. He's getting outs, and but not be the pitch that gets the credit, and it's not always the contact pitch. It's been super important in terms of setting up the rest of the repertoire. Something to keep an eye on for the rest of the ball game today, Don and Mud.
All right, Scan will be looking for it.
And Scan, you know, and Don, you know, I love the four-seam fastball. Do not underestimate that pitch. And you don't have to throw 100, 102. If you can locate that pitch, you are going to have some success. Firm believer in that for a long, long time.
Walker Buehler has retired the first 4 Cardinals he's faced today. 2 by way of the K. And now dealing with Nolan Gorman. Eighth start in the Padres uniform for Buehler. As Gorman hits a .225, 5 homers and 22 runs batted in. And the recipient of a knuckle curve and strike 2.
I like that one as well.
Operating from the extreme first base side of the rubber is Buehler.
Gives you that straight in line into the lefty and gives you an angle into the righty to the other side of the plate. That's a really good look at it there. There's that line I was talking about. Oh, Walker, did he just challenge?
Pitchers call a ball. The pitcher is challenging.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Buehler wants it, but he doesn't get it.
Call confirmed to the ball. San Diego has no challenge remaining.
No challenges.
No challenges. Payoff pitch. Fouled off to the left. Fouled off to the left, out of play.
Well, he's mixing it up here. Four-seamer, sinker, cutter. He's dropped the knuckle curve this inning.
Fly ball, left field, incoming. Sheets on a slant towards the line. Glasses on. Takes care of out number 2. Here's a look at our Disney Cruise Line cruise cam. Two down in the second inning.
Another correction. San Diego has no challenges remaining. They've used 2 challenges. They have no challenges remaining.
0. Andy Fletcher, crew chief, clearing that up. Awfully early to be out of challenges.
Yeah.
We're in the second inning here. So 2 down for Mason Wynn. Shortens up show bunt. Takes the strike on a sinker. .258, a home run, 16 runs batted in for Wynn, the shortstop. Sports the number 0. Two for 11 in this 4-game series. When Padres pitchers K9, you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. Buehler has retired the first 5 Cardinals today. Well, kind of ran away. Full count.
You know, I look at this roster for the Redbirds, and it's really amazing. 8 of the 9 in the lineup, starting lineup this afternoon. Homegrown Cardinals. Mason Wynn being one of them, second rounder in 2020.
This is back up the middle, ranging his song around the bag at second. His throw is in time, And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Walker Buehler. We're scoreless from San Diego.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, especially my mom and also my wife on her first Mother's Day.
Hey babe, just wanted to wish you a happy Mother's Day. I'm so thankful for all that you do for our family and our growing family at that. And I'm excited for the girls to be born. And I love you and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you.
Mother's Day 2026. Always great to hear from the players and their appreciation for their wives and mothers.
Love that. And it only sparks memories for each and every one of us. And you don't have to be an athlete, how much mom means to you. Hopefully that's the case. I was so fortunate just to have a mom who loves the game of baseball. I mean, it was
really cool.
Yeah. Her brother played professionally for the White Sox in the minor leagues. He played D-ball.
Wow.
Back when they had D, C, B, A, double A. Now imagine yourself pitching back in the minor leagues in the 50s. And you're in D-ball with the Chicago White Sox. First of all, there's no minor league free agency. First of all, there's no free agency anywhere. Now you got to battle. So if you're a shortstop for the White Sox, like here's my mom, Sue. Her brother pitched for the White Sox in the minor leagues. So he roomed with Louis Aparicio in the minor leagues.
That's cool.
So if
Louis Aparicio was on the D squad at one time?
But through spring training, through the years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then he's a shortstop, right? So if you're a shortstop in D-ball, good luck getting to the big leagues with the White Sox if you're a shortstop.
Swing and a miss here for Andujar. Second strikeout for Leahy. First out here in the second inning. Well, Ty France got the scoring started and snapped a hitless, scoreless streak for the Padres with his home run into the bullpen. Connecting on his fourth home run of the year. Padres would go on to beat the Cardinals in Game 3 of the series. 11 RBIs to go along with the 4 home runs, and swing and a miss at the first pitch. Fastball at 95.
So glad to see Ty swinging the Schley the way he is. Going to today's game, 279 average. He's played in 22 games, only 61 ABs, but making the most of those ABs.
You may ask yourself, who are the Padres leaders in home runs on Mother's Day? I have the answer. Fred McGriff at 3 on Mother's Day for the Padres. The Crone Zone, Jay Cronenworth at 2 for the Padres on Mother's Day. And Fernando for his mom, 2.
Nice. Well, Freddie McGriff, the crime dog, Hall of Famer.
Did he go? No.
He's awesome. Love Fred McGriff. Jake Cronenworth, we wish him well. He's on the IL.
He's okay.
And then Fernando, maybe the first home run of the year is today on Mother's Day.
Could be. 2-1 pitch. And it's fouled back. Oh, maybe. You may ask yourself, what have the last 9 games been like for Ty France?
I was going to ask myself, this is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. 10 hits, 3 home runs since April 25th.
To short and win. Second out of the second inning. Takes us to Sung Moon Song. The start at second base in the absence of the Crone Zone.
He made a nice defensive play going over towards the bag that last half inning. Stayed down on the ball nicely.
Ended up on the left side of the infield. Here's the alignment. Not quite a shift. Of course, you can't anymore, but he is swung over the shortstop to the second base side. Here's a look at our dirt cam presented by Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out on a changeup. Got away briefly from the catcher, so he fires down to first for the out. That ends the inning. Leahy has a 1-2-3 second. We're scoreless after 2. Scoreless as we head to the third inning this Mother's Day. Join Major League Baseball and our partners in the fight against breast cancer. Visit MLBtogether.com/Mother's Day to learn more. So many moms here at the ballpark at Petco Park today celebrating.
Isn't that great? Bringing mom to the ball game. You can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
Nathan Church to lead it off. So this is the first time Buehler in a Padres uniform has retired the first 6. In fact, you got to go back to May of 2024. The last time he retired the first 6 hitters he faced in a start.
Well, the strikeout is there, the ball on the ground is there, and the ball hit in the air is there. It's done all those 3 things, the Redbirds, so far.
Pitcher's called a strike. Hitter's challenging. Call is confirmed. It is a strike. St. Louis has 1 challenge remaining.
So everybody's been wrong today so far.
It's one of those days.
Andy Fletcher says, take that. Well played, umpire. Guys are all wrong.
Yeah.
Two balls, 2 strikes here to Nathan Church leading it off. Lots of pink batting gloves, wristbands, cleats.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Bats.
I think pink's an underrated color. I love pink. I love wearing pink.
3-2 pitch on the ground. To the backhand is Bogarts. We're out number 1 of the 3rd inning. Now a quick word from Jack in the Box.
Get my new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal for a chance to win $75,000. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
1 down here in the 3rd inning. Buehler has now raced the first 7 Cardinals. Thomas Saggese, Carlsbad zone. Getting his 2nd straight start in left field. Back-to-back starts. First time this year.
He's the one guy in the lineup that is not a homegrown Cardinal. He was drafted by the Texas Rangers in the 5th round back in 20. And finding his home now in the big leagues in St. Louis.
Call from AAA Memphis on May 5th.
And here's another reason why I love Thomas Saggese, and he's not a Fugazi. No batting gloves. I love it.
Softly grounded back to Buehler, underhanded for out number 2. Check out the exciting lineup of Heritage theme games this season, including Mexican Heritage Celebration, thanks to Pacifico on Friday, June 5th, and Filipino Heritage Celebration on Monday,
theme game,
June 8th. Explore all upcoming theme games and purchase a special theme game package.
Yeah, package.
At Padres.com/theme
game.
Yes.
You got to buy. You got to buy the theme game ticket to get the theme game item.
Song to first. First 9 erased by Buehler. 2.5 done. We're scoreless from San Diego. Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. That's a score on our UC San Diego Health scoreboard. Leading off will be Rodolfo Duran, who is 0 for 3 here in his debut the other night, game 2. And looking for that first hit in the major leagues.
Boy, how special would that be? The journey that Rodolfo has been on to get to this point here on Mother's Day.
Yeah, the Padres flew his wife, kids in on Thursday, flew the parents in, sister in last night, and they are here from the Dominican Republic to see him, and hopefully gets his first major league hit. His dad Rodolfo, his Mom Lias, sister Leslie, wife Laura, and 2 daughters from the Dominican. Watching today, see what Rodolfo can do. Foul back to the screen.
I like his hack. He doesn't get cheated. It's firm. It's under control. He lost his balance that first AB, or that first swing, I should say, of the AB.
Foul outside of third, so close. Jumping on that sweeper. Fly ball headed to center field. Church will have room as he makes the catch for out number 1 in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
He just missed that one. He was a little bit too quick on that sweeper out in front, down towards the end of the bat. He catches that in the sweet spot. It's a different story.
1 down in the 3rd. Jackson Merrill walked and stole second. Recipient of strike 1 on a curveball. Well, 2 walks in the 1st inning. Leahy worked around those 2 walks. To the backstop. Sometimes you got to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Announce your presence with authority.
Got that right. See if he goes change up here or something off speed. Nope. Right back to the 4-seamer. He's got a little bit of run to it as well at 94.
Lined into right field, a base hit for Jackson Merrill. A 1-out knock and the first hit of the day for San Diego. Jenny Merrill loves it.
It's the curveball, and watch on contact right into the swing path. It speeds up his bat to the pull side. Foot was down, hands were bad. That's pretty. Nice short on the back end. It's got to be another angle. And Jenny Merrill, that's my boy.
Fernando punches at it for strike 1. Couldn't hold up. See if Merrill's running again. He ran in the 1st inning. And it was his 8th stolen base, already more than he had all of last year. It's 7 thefts all of last year. He's got 8 this season. He's been running. Fly ball headed to left center field. Back goes Sajazi at the wall to be caught. Church catches it, the center fielder. One of the deepest parts of the yard and so close for Fernando.
Well, just like similar to Duran. That's a 4-seam fastball, just working underneath it a little bit too much. My goodness, he just missed that one. He gets up on top just a little bit more. It's a different story.
So a 395-foot out. Thought he might have had it. Just a little bit short and where he hit it, one of the deepest parts of the yard here. A 1 to Manning is fouled back. 0-2. It's time for the Home Depot working on a win. His career OPS versus the Cardinals. Well, Manny Machado at 967. It's good for 4th. Freddie Freeman on top up over 1,000. Swing and a miss, and Machado strikes out to conclude the 3rd inning. through 3 without a score from San Diego.
Padres baseball is presented by UC San Diego Health, the official healthcare provider of the San Diego Padres. By your Toyota dealers, we make it easy. And by Calco's Credit Union. Hey, do you have a question that you'd like to ask Don and Mudd and have them answer it right here on the air? Well, here's your chance. Scan the QR code or visit calcoastcu.org/baseball. And you can have a chance to have your question read here, right here on the air and answered by Don and Mudd. And guys, stay tuned because I think we're going to have a question from one of our viewers a little bit later in the broadcast.
Can't wait.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scan.
You got it.
Walker Buehler has retired the first 9 Cardinals he's faced on the day. Second time through this order.
Walker has got it working. He's got all of his pitches working. Nice knuckle curve. The fastball is at 95-ish. It seems like most of the time that Walker will miss arm side with some of his pitches against the lefty. That was a sinker there that sailed away. Other than that, looking good.
Blue foul off to the left out of play, 2-2. Well, since this season by players 27 or younger, it seems like the Cardinals have a ton. That's a 301. Marlins are before the Nationals. 2-2 is popped up in the infield.
Home run in a phone booth.
Bogarts from short onto the infield lawn.
Now, I'm sure there are some youngsters out there saying, what's a phone booth? Right, Don?
Right. I know what it is.
Well, back in the day, kids, there were these like little booths. Maybe, what, 4 feet by 4 feet? 5 feet by 5 feet, and there was a phone inside on the road, inside the booth.
And you had to pay for it with coins.
Yeah, how about that? And sometimes you had to call collect. That's when you had no dough, and the person on the other end had to pay for it.
Vaughn Herrera on the ground to shortstop. Bogarts to his left. 2 down. How about long distance phones? Long distance calling. I mean, that's something that's gone.
Hey, you want to hear about something funny? Try rooming with like 6 guys in the minor leagues, and your phone bill comes at the end of the month, and divvying that thing up.
Figure out who.
One guy's calling New York, the other guy's calling Alabama, one guy's calling Washington, the other guy's calling Illinois.
You were calling Joliet.
Yep. I was always calling collect. Larry was going to pay for it.
2 down here in the 4th inning. 11 in a row retired by Buehler. Here is Alec Burleson. There's one for you. Last time Buehler had retired the first 11. You got to go back to April 2021. It was as a Dodger, of course, but it was against the Padres. Last time Buehler did it. Remember him dealing against the Padres a number of times.
Oh, yeah.
As a Dodger. Getting a piece, fouling at the dish.
I remember Walker Buehler touching 97, 98. Firm stuff. Good fuzz. The Vanderbilt Commodore.
Oh, 2 pitch. Fouled off again. Good sinker. Today, highest velo we've seen, 95.
That's good.
And his next pitch would be 50 on the afternoon.
See if he bounces a curveball or goes up and away here with a heater.
Tried the heater.
You know, that might set up a curveball. You know, you got a guy looking up and away a little bit, and then they'll drop that number 2. Back door.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Burleson with Walker waiting on deck. line to right field and a base hit. Burleson breaks up the no-no with a 2-out knock. First Cardinal to reach in this game.
Looked like a two-seamer. He wants it up and in, right? Tried to bring it back. It's up out of the zone, and Burleson, foot is down, hands are back. You recognize it and wants to get on top of it to the pull side.
Buehler retiring the first 11, gives up a base hit to Burleson, and here's Walker. Runner goes, and the pitch will miss. A slow knuckle curve. No chance for Duran to do anything with that. A stolen base for Burleson.
Watch the jump here. Like 3-4 steps before the leg kick of Buehler. Could hear it step off, but ain't happening.
Last 11 games for Walker, 366 with 6 extra base hits, 11 runs driven in. Takes the strike, 2-1. Best year so far in the big leagues for Walker. This year off to a tremendous start. It's a high drive to deep left field. That is back, and that is up off the top basket and gone. A 2-run home run. Cardinals strike first on top 2-0. Home run number 11 of the young season for Jordan Walker.
It was just a matter of not locating the knuckle curve. Walker recognizes this one. Got the hands in and keeping that one fair. Sometimes a breaking ball in like that, it's really tough to keep fair. By getting the hands in, barreling it up for the 2-run shot.
425 feet on the home run. He likes the fastball. High slugging percentage on non-fastballs. Well, the 2-run shot as the Cardinals on top 2-0. Now Gorman takes the 1-1 in the dirt for ball 2. So Buehler retires the first 11, gives up a base hit, a stolen base, and then Walker takes him out of the yard. And just like that, it's 2-0 St. Louis. Now a liner that is caught at second by a Song that will end the inning. But the Cardinals strike first, take a 2-0 lead.
Welcome back. This was the action before the ball game. That is Lauren Murphy throwing out the first pitch. Now, Lauren was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer back in 2006, and here's the throw. She gets it there. Nice throw, Lauren. But you know what? When she was diagnosed, she took charge of her care. She partnered with a patient advocates, got together with the top oncologists, and along with some surgery and hormone therapy. Here she is 20 years later. She's beat cancer, and she's now the board member and a volunteer with San Diego Susan G. Komen chapter. And it's just another reminder, guys, MLB is in a partnership with Susan G. Komen on Mother's Day to help raise awareness for breast cancer research, treatment, and prevention. And of course, all our thoughts and prayers are with all the women out there that might be battling that, and that we can find a cure quickly, Donna Mudd.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. It's a great story.
Yeah, what a great day. Making memories like that. It's amazing, the power of a ballpark, the power of a baseball, the power of a uniform, what it could do for people. It's fabulous.
Gavin Sheets leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th inning with the Cardinals now on top 2-0. Sheets walked in the first inning and leads it off here in the home half of the 4th inning. He has allowed just one hit to the Padres on the day. Jackson Merrill with a single in the third inning. He has walked two. They both came in the first inning, and Padres could not take advantage of it at the time. Xander Bogaerts waits on deck, and then we'll see Andujar. This one is fouled outside of first. Exciting May matchups are coming to Petco Park, including the Phillies Athletics and a highly anticipated series against the Dodgers. It all starts on Monday, May 18th at America's #1 ballpark. Secure your seats at Padres.com/tickets. To right, and Walker is there for out number 1 of the 4th inning.
These kids are having the time of their life out there. Hey, watch out with that bat there, kiddo. Yeah, we see you, future big leaguers.
Here's Bogaerts with one away.
When's school back in session?
Tomorrow, right? Or no? They're out, right?
Are they out?
I don't know.
No,
what is it?
Can't wait till they're back.
No, they're not out yet.
Can't wait till they're back. I'm kidding. Love to see the kids out at the ball yard. Think about it. You're 8, 9, 10 years old, even 12, and you get to go to a big league ball game. How awesome is that?
It's the best.
Couldn't wait. I remember crying when my dad had tickets to a ball game once up at Comiskey Park, and it rained all day. Listen to the radio and they called the game.
Nothing worse. You're waiting
I
for
cried
your
like for a week.
Yeah. 0-2 line into left field for Bogaerts. Xander is thinking too, and he will head to second base. Cruising in, standing. One-out double for Xander Bogaerts.
It was a sweeper. Leahy trying to go down and away, and I think this shillelagh shatters. Kind of sounded like it. Well out of the reach. Xander can smell too.
That was on an 0-2 pitch, by the way.
Good coverage for the double.
Great coverage.
Tremendous.
Miguel Andujar. Down the line at third to the backhand. Gorman looks the runner back, fires to first for the out. Now Bogaerts will take third base. He just paused to make sure he'd throw it, and when he did, he took off. So Andujar's out number 2, but now Bogaerts 90 feet away.
This is where the Padres need that 2-out knock. Freeze. Let the play develop. As soon as that ball leaves the hand, moving up 90 feet is Xander.
Bogaerts at third with 2 down for Ty France. Takes strike 1. Leahy today has induced 10 swings and misses. It is a career high, and it's only in the 4th inning. Bogaerts had doubled. Now at third base with 2 down in the Padres' 4th inning. Tardy on the cut. Off the end of the bat, foul back.
He is consistently trying to keep the ball away from Ty France. Slider, curveball, slider, sweeper. Away, away, away.
To left field. Sajazi moves over and makes the catch. It'll end the inning. Padres lead Bogaerts at third through 4, 2-0 St. Louis.
Welcome back. It's time now for our Ask Don and Mud segment. It's brought to you by Cal Coast Credit Union, and today's question is from Ronald Ringer. And he asked sort of a history question for you guys. Where did the phrase throwing it around the horn originate from? Donna Mudd, what do you got?
All right, I have no idea. I know that I first heard it when I was in Little League, and that was the first time that I'd ever heard it. Now, where it originated from, I have no idea. Do you?
I do. I learned it a long time ago.
Okay.
I remember my dad telling me about it because in Little League, if you struck out a guy, you threw it around the horn, you were pretty cool. I mean, that was like a sign of your team had it going. So, hey, throw it around the horn. Well, it's an old term after this pitch. And I'm going to read this because it's originating from the 19th century sailors' slang for the long, dangerous voyage around Cape Horn. If you know your geography, you know where Cape Horn is. Before the Panama Canal, they had to go all the way down south to go west until the Panama Canal. That's another story. That's Teddy Roosevelt. So dangerous voyage around Cape Tip, South America. So it's like throwing the ball around the horn. Cape Horn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder who in baseball thought of that and then used it as a regular term or phrase.
You know the baseball historian John Thorne, right?
Yes.
He said that the term was used late 19th century. It may have roots in the 1869 Cincinnati Red Stockings, pregame showmanship, and later the infielders throwing the ball around to keep it in good condition or to stay engaged during the game. So hence throwing around the horn.
I use it for double plays that start at third base.
5-4-3, right?
Around the horn.
Yeah.
But never knew where it originated. So we learned a lot today, I think.
Yeah.
What great description.
Scan, did you when were you first aware of the term?
No, I honestly didn't know the history of it like you did until recently. But certainly as a player, I never knew that much about it. But from everything I've heard, you nailed it. And what was interesting also is the last thing that you'd mentioned in terms of the players sort of passing it around amongst each other, because apparently the ball was really soft when they first started playing baseball back in the day. And some of the fielders would actually reshape it as they were throwing it around to try to preserve the ball to last throughout the game. So kind of a little addition to the story that you were talking about with the 1869 Cincinnati Red, Harry and George Wright doing a little fun throwing the ball around in their warm-ups before the ball game.
Nice.
Amazing how many balls they use in a game now.
Right.
As soon as that thing hits the dirt, it's gone.
But it wasn't that way when you and I were playing, was it? In terms of every ball that hit the dirt, they were asking for a new one?
Yep, just keep it in play.
Now that's where Mudd would look for a scuff and try to cheat.
You're darn right I would.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He was hoping for a scuff ball.
Use anything to your advantage.
Right. Vaseline. This is thrown to first and in time to get Church 2 down. A reminder, if you have a question for us, scan the QR code or visit calcocu.org/baseball. And maybe you'll hear your question answered live on the air.
Thank you, Ronald. Appreciate that very much. Good question. Really good question.
Learned something today. So 2 down in the 5th. Here's Sajazi. Fly ball center field, sending Merrill back onto the track to make the catch in front of the fence. A 1-2-3 5th for Buehler halfway through. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead.
Hey, Sam. Welcome back. Cardinals with a 2-0 lead over the Padres as Kyle Leahy goes out for another inning of work. And he's done a pretty nice job so far today keeping the Padres in check. But here you can see that there have been some issues with familiarity. There you see what's going on. The first plate appearance, only .211 batting average against. The second time through, exponentially higher, .315. But look at the third time through the lineup, guys. .484 batting average. You see the fastball velocity going down there a little bit as well. Now, how much of this is because he is a reliever transitioning to the starting rotation this year and trying to figure out how to manage a lineup a third time through? How much is just the endurance? That remains to be seen, but hopefully the Padres, with getting a third look starting in this inning, they can start doing some damage down Mudd.
You know, I think that's what I was expecting. You go back some years now, but Seth Lugo, who became a starter from a reliever, Michael King, who did it more recently. I was kind of waiting for that to happen, and it just never did. It has here for Leahy.
Well, one of the things he's actually been working on and talked about in his last couple of outings, Don, is the mental side of it in terms of preparing himself before the ball game, but even more importantly, throughout the ball game. having conversations with his pitching coach and his catcher as the game is going on to try to manage some of those things and prepare himself the third time through. But I'm sure you remember doing that and just kind of learning how to navigate a lineup more than one time.
Yeah, and I think first time around, the hitter dictates what you do. If you're sticking to your game plan, you're successful, stay with it until they can make an adjustment, and then you have to make an adjustment. You boil it down. It's not rocket appliances. You just got to make adjustments along the way.
He walks Song here. It's his first walk since the first inning. Lead runner on for the Padres here in the 5th.
But how much of it do you think it is also just sort of understanding how to manage all 6 pitches that he throws, that he really didn't have to negotiate too much as a reliever? You kind of stick with your top 3, don't you?
Yes, you want, as a reliever, get in, get out, throw as few pitches as possible. As a starter, second, third time around, if you get to the third time around these days. The successful guys are the ones who could break out, pitch, 4, 5, and 6, and with regularity, and be successful to navigate your way through a third way of the lineup. And location, of course, boils down. I think I'm always been a big proponent of that. If your fastball starts at 95 and you still got 95 in the 6th, you better darn well locate it in a good spot.
Runner goes. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Throw down to second, not in time. Stolen base. Song with the theft. As Duran strikes out for the first out of the inning. And wait to see if they're going to challenge. No challenge.
Breaky ball away, tough pitch to handle, and then the throw. He got his hand just in time on the bag.
Flips the order over for Jackson Merrill's been aboard twice, a walk and a single. Padres are hoping for some 5th inning magic again. It was a 3-run 5th inning for them yesterday. Gave them the lead in the game and started at the bottom of the order yesterday. And Song walking here out of the 8th spot to begin this inning. Strikeout of Duran. Now a 2-0 to Merrill. And make it 3-0. On deck is Fernando with one away here in the Padres 5th inning. Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the inning. 4th of the outing for Leahy. Waiting at the mound as Pages heads out here to talk to Leahy.
Come on, Mr. Leahy. Make an adjustment. That walk, that's just water under the fridge. Multiple base runners here for Fernando. Time to do some damage.
Sounds like you need a plumber. You got water under your fridge? It's not good.
No. Hopefully not good for the Redbirds here with Fernando coming up to the plate.
First and second with one away. Fernando has struck out swinging and flied out to straightaway center field. Cleans it out, fouls it off back into the seats. Jumped all over a curveball that time from Leahy. George Soriano up in the pen right now. First action we've seen either side. Spirals off the backside, no throw. disengagement nonetheless. Swing and a miss. Big cut and a slider. Jackson Merrill walking in this inning, as did Song, and Merrill has reached base 3 times. The rest of the Padres lineup has reached base 3 times combined. Chop towards third base. Gorman on the run will get Fernando at first base. The runners advance, but now there are 2 outs.
Out in front of the curveball.
Second and third, 2 down. Manny Machado with a chance here. Ball 1.
A lot of pitches were in to Fernando. Let's see if Leahy goes down and away again to Manny.
Ball 2.
You know, he's been missing with the some of those pitches to Fernando, particularly the curveball that he hit foul. The slider was inside. I don't know whether that was with intent. I mean, but my point being, the breaking ball has been a little questionable. If he hangs one, it could spell trouble.
Machado off the pitcher, has got it in his glove, and he will flip to first base for the out that ends the inning. Machado grounds out. We're through 5. It's 2-0 St. Louis.
Top of the 6th from Petco Park. The Cardinals lead the Padres by a score of 2-0, and Walker Buehler will start his 6th inning of work. And it's all about getting outs, and he's doing that. One bad pitch this afternoon. That was in the 4th, but he's recorded 15 outs through 5 innings. 4-seamer, a handful. He's got the knuckle curve, cutter, sinker, each at 3, and then 1 sweeper. But you see all those pitches? He is living in the zone. He is not afraid to challenge these Redbird hitters. And as I mentioned, the 1 pitch was the home run to Walker in the 4th inning for the 2-run shot. That's the difference in this one.
Pedro Pages leading it off here for St. Louis, and he'll take a strike to even the count of 1-1. 4 in a row retired by Buehler right now. They give up back-to-back hits and has retired everybody else. The problem is it was a single and a home run. And a 2-0 Cardinals lead that they carry here into the 6th inning. Fly ball down the right field line, out of play. The Padres have launched a brand new way to explore and book suites, available online from your desktop or mobile device. This new website allows you to browse all Padres Petco Park suite layouts, view pricing, see availability in real time. There's on the ground to third base. Machado to his left, fires to first for out number 1. So visit Padres.com/suites and purchase yours online today.
Sweet.
It's A.J. Weatherholt from the top spot in the Cardinals order, 0 for 2. Struck out in the 1st, popped out to shortstop in the 4th inning. Rookie ranks this season, 1st in runs scored, and he is the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals most days.
Another youngster in the roster in the lineup out of West Virginia, first rounder, 7th overall, Weatherholt in 2024.
In the dirt, evens up here at 2-2. Missed with the knuckle curve. Fouled down by the shoe tops. We'll do it again, 2-2. Action in the Padres pen. Marinaccio up in the pen for San Diego. As Buehler works here in the 6th inning, 80 pitches deep into his outing. Buehler thought he had strike 3. Instead, it's ball 3. Looks like a pretty good pitch, to be honest with you.
Well, let's remember, the Padres are out of challenges, and it's a slider down and in.
Appeared to be a strike as well, and now a flare into right field for a base hit, and Buehler fired up. As you might imagine, thought he had Weatherholt. Instead, it's a 1-out single.
Weatherholt gets to the fastball in. He wanted it away, and he turns down this one nicely. Cleans it out. Gets jammed, but just lofts that ball in the shallow right.
1 out, 1 on. Ivan Herrera. The DH has struck out and grounded out to short. Disengagement as he fires over to first, and Weatherholt back. Herrera has been tough on the Padres. Nice career average against the Padres at 361. Jake Berger at top of that list at 413. Now of the Rangers, formerly of the Marlins.
Well, these are the guys you really have to bear down and make the good quality pitches. Try to work for a grounder, get a double play, good numbers. Let your infielders work for you. Breaking stuff down in the zone. Paint right there. 94 on the sinker. Remember earlier in the game it was 95. 96.
Most pitches in any outing, 92 pitches for Buehler. Was against the Cubs. Runner goes at first, and this one is slowly rolled down the third baseline. Duran's throw is in time. Nice play. Rodolfo Duran able to get Herrera as Weatherholt takes second base.
This was beautiful. As this ball is chopped out in front of home plate, Duran's got to get rid of the mask. Look at how he goes into the slide. He turns and makes the great throw to first.
Here's a look at our dirt cam presented by Murray Lampert Design. Build, remodel.
Breaks it down, back to his feet, fires a strike.
Ruben Niebla on the hill here. Talk to Buehler with 2 down in the 6th inning. We got Alec Burleson coming up next.
Well, we know this for a fact that Burleson likes to swing at that first pitch. And when he puts it in play, the numbers are incredible.
4:29 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. A couple of home runs, 11 of them driven in. And he comes to bat here with Weatherholt at second base, 2 down in the Cardinals' 6th inning.
And that first pitch put in play, offering 12 for 24 going into this game. That's a .500 average with a couple of homers. And what do you know? He offers at the first pitch.
Last time Burleson was up, he fouled off 3 strikes and 2 pitches. Ended up setting up the 2-run home run for Jordan Walker. That is the difference in this game. See what he does this time. Walker waiting on deck. 2 away. Weatherholt at second base. To left, and Sheets, who started in, backpedals and makes the catch for out number 3. So they leave Weatherholt at second base. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals with a 2-0 lead over the Padres. Kyle Leahy's day is done, but he did a really nice job going 5 innings, striking out 5 along the way. And take a look at how the outs that he recorded against the Padres today. A couple things stand out. First of all, the breadth of the repertoire. 4-seam fastballs, sweepers, curveballs, and changeups all used. But also look at the location. Everything is on the edges. He even got the Padres to chase out of the zone a little bit today. Nothing in the middle of the plate. And guys, that's the thing that really stuck out to my mind today in watching Leahy pitch, is that he used the entire repertoire. But not only that, there were very few cookies in the middle of the plate. And as we saw there from the outs recorded, he did a great job of living on the edges and mixing it up down the mud.
No, a career high in 14 swings and misses. As Ryan Stanek takes over now for the Cardinals, a veteran.
Oh yeah, 34 years young for Ryan Stanek. The erstwhile Ray, Marlin, Astro, Mariner, Met, now a Redbird. In this series, 8 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, the bullpen for the Cardinals. No walks, and they've punched out 7. Got a 2-run lead here.
Elevates and misses. 1 and 2 to Gavin Sheets. Sheets walked in the first, lined out to right in the 4th inning. Did he go? Yes, he did, and they ring him up. Jensen Visconti, third base umpire, said he went. First out of the 6th inning.
That's that splitter that Stanek possesses. It looks like a fastball, and Gavin Sheets cannot hold back as that one drifts down and away out of the zone.
One down here in the 6th for Xander Bogaerts. He has flied to left and doubled to left field. Padres held to just 2 hits so far in the day. Last 11 games, the offense has been challenged for the Padres. They've gone 4-7. And today they've had 5 opportunities with runners in scoring position. Want to go 0 for 5 in that category. Hitter's timeout granted to Bogaerts. That is strike 3. Gets him looking at a splitter. Xander says some stuff on the way by. He didn't think so.
Wow, this is a really good pitch down and away. It's the splitter. We talk about pitchers locating the fastball. How about the split finger, bringing it back? Catches a lot of the plate.
Yep, that was strike 3.
Yeah. Wow.
Back-to-back Ks to begin things here in the 6th inning. And Duhar struck out swinging and grounded out to third base. 0 for 2. 1 for 6 in his career against Stanek.
Well, you kind of see a pattern with Stanek. He gets the 2 strikes. He breaks out that splitter. Gavin Sheets, slider, four-seamer, splitter. Swing and miss. Bogaerts, four-seamer, splitter. Swing and miss.
Taken it the other way, but Walker's there, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Stanek has a 1-2-3 6th. It's off to the 7th we go. 2-0 St. Louis. 2-0 Cardinals have the lead as Jordan Walker's about to lead it off here for St. Louis. The last we saw him in the 4th inning was hitting a 2-run shot. Here's a look at our dirt cam presented by Murray Lampert Design. Build, remodel. And that 2-run shot off the facade of the top basket. Western Metal Building. And the difference in this game with the Cardinals on top 2-0. As we shuffle to the 7th, and Ron Marinaccio comes into the game for Buehler.
Plain and simple to throw a 0 up there for run as we look at Marinaccio's numbers out of the bullpen with a 2-run deficit. 15th game, 20 2/3. He's given up a couple of home runs. Opponents hitting .275. He's got righty, lefty, righty due up here in the 6th, 7th. Check that, 7th, top of the 7th.
When he makes contact, they go a long way. Most home runs are 425 feet or more. Home run today was 425.
And the impressive thing, I mentioned it on the replay after the home run, it was a curveball that was in, and how he kept that ball fair and hit it so far is beyond me. The kid's talented, some kind of strong.
Look at our Disney Cruise Line cruise cam. Beautiful day on this Mother's Day from San Diego. The finale of this 4-game series between the Padres and Cardinals. Finale of the homestand for San Diego. Up the middle ranging is Bogarts, who twists and fires, and that is out number 1 of the 7th inning. Nice play by Xander Bogaerts.
No room for error on this struck ball in the infield. As Jordan Walker's got some speed. Xander's got the glove, though. The whirling dervish. Spinning glove side. And Ty France on the back end. Get him by a quarter step. That's a big out. You want to stay within bloop and blast range.
There's a sword for you.
I love swords.
Nolan Gorman 0 for 2. It's flied out to left, lined out to second base. Ooh, by him. Straight challenge. 96 from Marinaccio. Did he go? No, he did not.
As I look at my scorecard on the Cardinals side, it really tells you how tough it is as we take a look.
Ooh, that's pretty close.
Yeah. How tough it is to win a big league ball game, and I'm talking from a pitcher standpoint to get you credit for the W. Walker Buehler threw the ball extremely well today, and you know what? It was one pitch, Don. That curveball we were talking about, the Jordan Walker, the 2-run shot. Other than that, Walker Buehler really threw the rock well today.
Line to right, but right at Fernando for out number 2. Yeah, line on Buehler today, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. He didn't walk anybody. And struck out 2. It's a quality start.
Walker, that's a good day in the big leagues.
Ron Marinaccio has retired the first 2 hitters he has faced, and now Mason Wynn, the St. Louis shortstop, who is 0 for 2, grounding out to second and flying out to right, the recipient of strike 1 on a cutter. Last 8 games, while the offense has not been doing much, the Padres bullpen has been great. 32 2/3, a 1.65 ERA, and the whip just over 1. So not a lot of traffic.
Well, if you don't have a lot of offense, it's imperative that your bullpen does just that. Keep them close. Keep within the game. Don't let the wheels come off. Hopefully you got some late partying going on here at Petco Park for the Padres.
One-two pitch. The Cardinals 5 through 9 hitters are 0 for 11 today, and handled by Padres pitching. The combination of Buehler and Marinaccio to this point of the game. Sprays it foul off to the right out of play. Swing and a miss by Wynn. First strikeout for Marinaccio. Out number 3 of the 7th. It is 7th inning stretch time from Petco Park in San Diego on a military Sunday and Mother's Day today from Petco Park, where the Cardinals have a 2-0 advantage. And we will keep it right here at Petco Park for the singing of God Bless America.
Fans, before we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game here on Military Sunday, please welcome back a member of the United States Army and Army National Guard, Major Tom Tow, as he sings God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
2-0 Cardinals have the lead as we go to the bottom of the 7th. We'll celebrate America's upcoming 250th birthday with a Padres-themed patriotic Aloha shirt presented by Southwest Airlines. Limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance. Padres host the Phillies on Tuesday, May 26th at 6:40. This lightweight and festive shirt highlights our military logo. Visit Padres.com/giveaways. It is slim fit, I would say. Oh, no, that's just on you. I see.
Here, you need these glasses in case the buttons pop.
You were buttoning it.
It's a European fit. It's a European fit.
Trying to read, and any of those buttons could come flying off and hit me in the face.
It's a European fit.
It fits most, and looks terrific. It is actually a really cool item. I'm looking forward to it coming up. It's
like a sausage.
New pitcher JoJo Romero for the Cardinals.
Good lefty out of the bullpen. JoJo dig those Broadway lights. JoJo. He's got the sinker working right there. Talk about holds. Well, he's trying to hold a 2-0 lead. He's got 11 of them.
Now today for France, he's grounded to short, flat out to left, 0 for 2. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt for strike 3 in the first out of the 7th inning. We got a pinch hitter coming up here.
This was the changeup. Romero likes to turn over a lot of his pitches. He's got the sinker down and away to the righty. He's got the sweeper down, and this is the changeup. And you can tell by the swing, looked like a fastball, but Ty was way out in front of that changeup.
We got a pinch hitter, and Castellanos. Who takes strike 1, pinch hitting for Song, who had struck out and walked. Strike 2. Now a quick word from Echo.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
Castellanos hits a fly ball to left field. Church is now the left fielder, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Cardinals have moved Church from center to left, and Victor Scott comes into center field. So Jay-Z coming out of this game for St. Louis. Defensively, there is Victor Scott in center field. With now 2 down in the 7th inning, that'll bring up Rodolfo Duran, his second major league start. A great story, better than 10 years in the minor leagues before making his major league debut here the other night. 5th player in Padres history to make their major league debut at 28 years old or later.
Keep chasing that dream, right, Don?
Yep.
Make them tear the uniform off of you. Stay in the game as long as you can. And if you can hook on with somebody, hey, keep playing. If you still love it, why not? Kevin Plawecki, who's one of the great coaches that the Padres have, works with the catchers. And of course, Kevin with the Mets, with the Red Sox in his big league career. He just loves this kid. He's got a cannon for an arm. He slows the game down, which is very, very key for a catcher. They use the phrase, guy's got a low heartbeat, right? Doesn't get too excited. That's Rodolfo.
2-2 is strike 3, gets him looking, and that will end the inning. 8 in a row retired by Cardinals pitching right now. We're headed to the 8th. It's getting late. The Cardinals enjoy a 2-0 lead.
Welcome back to Petco Park, where the Cardinals lead the Padres 2-0 in the top of the 8th this Mother's Day. Mary Louise Cook here. I'll be joined by Bob Scanlon on the Padres post-game show. We're going to assess the day by Walker Buehler, let you know some of the bright spots that we saw from him today. And we'll hear from the manager, Craig Stammen, get some thoughts from him on how he plans to get this Padres offense going, as well as get you set for the road ahead. It is all coming up after the last out. Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, Mary Louise, thanks very much. We'll move along here to the 8th. Castellanos stays in the game, takes over in right field, and moving from right to second base is Fernando. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead as they come to bat here in the 8th. More Ron Marinaccio out there to begin his second inning of relief. And this one fouled off to the left by Nathan Church. Marinaccio had a 1-2-3 7th, including a strikeout of Mason Wynn. Count evens at 1-1. Here's a look at our Disney Cruise Line cruise cam. Cruising on down the third baseline. No pop-up, foul ground. Manny Machado racing over towards the stands, into the slide. Can't catch it.
Wow, nice try, Manny, and you immediately have to hold your breath. You're going into that wall sliding. Twist an ankle, bust up a knee.
He's gingerly walking back to his position. Went into a slide here. He knew he was close to the wall.
Yeah, he broke it down just in time. Sure, he hit that wall firmly, but right into the avocado.
Swinging a foul tip held onto for strike 3. So Marinaccio closes 7th by striking out Wynn. He opens the 8th by striking out Church. 1 down.
And this is the good old-fashioned four-seamer. It's 96 coming at you.
1 down in the 8th inning. Victor Scott batting for the first time. in Sajazi's spot, and a swing and a miss for strike one. .188 average this year with the home run, 5 runs batted in into his 38th game. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
I hope you got a few runs in that snap.
We'll see.
Stay tuned for next inning.
Felt pretty good. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3 strikeouts in a row for Marinaccio.
We saw the four-seamer to Church, and this looks like a changeup way out in front of it. Nasty pitch. There's the grip. Oh, wow. Beautiful.
2 down in the 8th. Pedro Pages, the Cardinals catcher, 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice. Once to second, once to third. Oh for 8 in the series. Popped up. Catcher Duran coming back, but he will not have a play. Foul back, pretty good rip. Ball and 2 strikes here to Pages. Misses with the changeup. Trying to mix it in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch will be 30 for Marinaccio. So far an inning and 2/3. Ball 3. Waiting on deck, top of the order, J.J. Weatherholt. Foul back, staying alive. Line and caught. Xander Bogaerts, a little bit of a leap there. It's out number 3. Headed to the bottom of the 8th inning for Petco Park in San Diego. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead. We return the top of the order. Jackson Merrill lead it off. This baseball is presented by Tavo Pets. Pet protection reimagined. Visit Tavo Pets at our Solano Beach showroom. By Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. Earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply. And by Uber Eats. Get Eats for every inning with contactless delivery for restaurant takeout, groceries, and more. Great day to spend Mother's Day with Mom here at the ballpark at Petco Park in San Diego, where we head into the home half of the 8th. More JoJo Romero. And as promised, here is Jackson Merrill. On the board 3 times in this game, 2 walks and a single.
Only a couple of knocks this afternoon for the brown and gold. They need some slug right here and now.
Down to the count, 1-2. A sweeper. Two and 2. 5 innings from Leahy, 1 for Stanek. Inning number 2 started here by Romero. Merrill flips it to left field, sending Church over to make the catch into left center field for out number 1. Calling all faithful, sign up for Padres text messages to receive exclusive Padres news, content, information, and more. Text Padres to 78469 to join the fun. Again, text Padres 78469 or visit padres.com/contact. 1 down in the 8th. We've got a pitching change as Romero will leave. George Soriano has been warming in the pen. Looks like he'll be headed in for Ollie Marmol. We will step aside with the Cardinals on top 2-0. Well, here's what's coming up for the Padres after the ball game today. They will head to Milwaukee, and then it is 3 with the Brewers, 3 with the Seattle Mariners before returning back home. Long homestand. It's got the Dodgers mixed in there, the A's, and the Phillies. 3 teams coming in before the Padres head to D.C. That'll take you to the end of the month of May.
Yeah, that's going to be a great homestand. Love to see out here, but first things first, Padres trail by 2.
George Soriano takes over for the Cardinals.
Hey, take a look at this right-hander's numbers. He's holding the opposition to a 172 clip. 16 1/3, almost a strikeout per innings pitch. High on the walks, though, 9 walks. Padres show some patience here. Take a walk, pass it on to the next guy, and do some damage.
1 for 1 with a single against Soriano. This with a slider for Yano.
Nice.
Ball 4, 4-pitch walk. That'll work. Just like that, you got the tying run coming to the plate.
Bloop and blast range. There's your walk. There's your bloop.
Disengagement as he backed off. It's Soriano, the pitcher. Strike 1. Soriano's been very good lately. Last 8 games that he has pitched in, a 1.29 ERA. He works with 1 out here in the 8th. Runner goes, a swing and a miss. Throw down there, and he will be safe. Stolen base for Fernando.
Got a good jump, high leg kick. Usually we're seeing Fernando slide in feet first. Not this time. There's the hand on the bag, stand the bag.
Swing and a miss, and Machado strikes out. Second out of the 8th. First strikeout for Soriano. That is the 10th strikeout today for Cardinals pitching.
And this is the changeup. You see Manny trying to stay back, reach for it. Had some depth to it as well.
Here's Gavin Sheets. Strike one. Changeup for strike two. Rodriguez and Estrada up in the pen right now for San Diego. On the ground, slowly hit right side. Weatherholt will go to first, and that is that in the eighth. Padres leave Tatis at second. It's 2-0 St. Louis. Time now for a drive of the game powered by Snapdragon, and it's the difference in the game. Jordan Walker connecting on his 11th home run of the year, 2-run shot back in the fourth inning. And it is the difference in this game. Up off the facade of the top basket at Western Metal Supply Building. Bradley Rodriguez becomes a third arm used today by the Padres.
Well, Ron Marinaccio did a nice job after Walker Buehler. Now it's time for Rodriguez to follow suit. 17th game, and the numbers are spectacular. 1.93 ERA, 18 2/3 innings of work. He's got the ball in the yard, keep it at 2.
Weatherholt swinging at the first pitch. Skies one down the left field line. Sheets headed over, and he'll get there. Made the catch. First out of the ninth. Bring up Ivan Herrera, 0 for 3 today, but 6 for 15 in the series. Takes his hitter's timeout before it all starts. In the air, down the left field line again as Machado gives it a look, but that'll end up back in the seats. Well, the storylines of today with runners in scoring position, the Padres are now 0 for 7 in this game. And only 2 hits in this game for San Diego.
Yeah, 5 combined, but the one, the 2-run shot, that's the difference in this one.
To short and Xander Bogaerts. 2 down in the top of the ninth inning. So the Cardinals have an outstanding closer as well. Riley O'Brien. And he is up in the pen right now, as you might imagine. Alec Burleson with a swing and a miss for strike one. Chase the changeup of Bradley Rodriguez. There is O'Brien, 11 saves on the year. To left, and Sheets over a few steps, back a step. He'll make the catch. It'll send us to the bottom of the ninth. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead. Xander Bogaerts will lead it off for the Padres. We come back to San Diego.
Trail the Redbirds 2-0, and enter closer Riley O'Brien. And when you talk about what he is featuring this season, 2026, you're going to get 1 of 3: the sinker, the sweeper, or the slider. And then you see the batting averages again. So if you get a sinker up in the zone, opponent's hitting 283. Nothing on the sweeper. The slider, if he keeps on it, is effective pitch. Another thing about O'Brien is that he is a ground ball pitcher this season. 64% ground balls. The major league average is 44. He enters his 19th game. He's 11 out of 13 in the saving the opportunity department. Even ERA at 2. It's go time for San Diego. Leading off with Xander.
A 1 for 3 afternoon for Bogaerts, who doubled back in the fourth inning. One of the 2 Padres hits on the day. He does not allow home runs. In fact, he has the longest homerless inning streak actively going right now at 59 2/3 innings.
That's because of that ground ball rate and that sinker that he throws. You keep it down, it's tough to elevate. When we talk about velocity from this kid on that sinker, it's going to be about 98.
It's a heavy sinker.
Yeah, it is. Tremendous movement down the zone. Infielders are busy when that pitch is working for them. Couple of bloops and a blast.
Runs away for ball 3, and sweeper with lots of sweep. Waiting on deck, Miguel and Duhar. And Ty France scheduled to bat as part of this bottom of the 9th inning. Padres trailing by 2. And that one into right center. Drops for a base hit for Xander Bogaerts. Good start to the bottom of the 9th inning. Well, just like that, you get the tying run coming to the plate.
Yeah, that would be considered a bloop. You betcha. It's a sinker. And it goes up and in. Xander definitely swinging at ball 4, but he delivers this one for a safety.
And Duhar 0 for 3 today. Striking out, grounding out, and lining out.
Another thing about O'Brien is that going into this game, 18 innings, he's only issued 1 walk, so he's going to be around the plate. He will expand, though, with that sinker and that sweeper. Wow. That's a nasty pitch right there.
That was the sinker.
And that's, Don, that's the grounder. He gets to the left side, and that's why you see at third base Gorman guarding the line down at third base.
Strike 2. Yeah, he's very close to that line at third base.
Yep. Because if there's a ball in play, it's going to be to that side on that sinker if he locates it down and in.
Trying to equal Mason Miller's total of saves. 1 behind him. Two and 2. So Bogaerts with the leadoff single. He's got 2 of the 3 Padres hits today. The tying run all of a sudden at the plate here for the Padres, last of the 9th. Bogaerts hit to begin the 9th. That is the first hit for the Padres since back in the 4th inning. And the first hit allowed by the bullpen today. In this entire series, fewest hits in a 4-game series is 15 hits. So far 13 at the moment for the Padres in this 4-game series. Swing and a miss, and there is out number 1 of the 9th inning as Duhar strikes out on that sinker.
That's not only a sinker, that's a power sinker, and this one kind of flattens out a little bit. See, and Duhar right over the top of that one, and a little bit of lateness on that swing as well.
1 on, 1 away for Ty France, who's 0 for 3. Skips in, blocked by Pages. No advance at first for Bogaerts. Fouled back, and it's a ball and a strike.
See how nasty that is? That's all you can do with that pitch. Swing through it, foul it off like that. Foul ball down the third baseline, or a ground ball to Gorman at third base. You're going to get 1 or 2 from this guy, O'Brien. He's thrown nothing but sinkers and sweepers. Heavy on the sinkers up to this point.
1-2 to Ty France. Swing and a miss, and France strikes out on the sweeper. Back-to-back Ks for O'Brien. 2 down in the 9th.
Just when you have him aware of the 2-seamers in, what do? You counter away. See the front side of Ty? Folks, this is tough to do. After seeing 97, 98 in with sinkers. Front side opening up because you're trying to get to that sinker. If you get it in, it's the sweeper away for the swing and miss.
Now Castellanos with 2 down in the 9th inning. Swinging a foul tip for strike 1 with the 98-mile-an-hour sinker. Castellanos did not start this game. Came in to pinch hit in the 7th and flied out to left in his first plate appearance. AB number 2. Bogaerts goes, and so did Castellanos. He goes around. Defensive indifference says Bogaerts will take second base. And it's 0-2 to Castellanos. In the dirt, and taken off at third is Bogaerts, and he will get there. It's a wild pitch as Bogaerts to third with 2 down.
The sweeper. Good secondary lead. Good recognition out there at second base. Taking the free 90.
Castellanos squibs 1 foul over by the Padres dugout, first base way. He'll snap his twig.
May have. Off the end of the bat. Uncle Snappy. Pick out a good one, Nick.
Well, he didn't have one out here, so he's now just looking for any bat. Ball 2 strikes with 2 down to Castellanos. Fouls it off, stays alive. A little extra on that sinker. That was 100.
That's gnarly.
Two and 2. Next in the sweeper. That's a leadoff hit by Bogaerts. And Duhar struck out. France struck out. 2-2 to Castellanos. Ball 3. Pretty good AB turned in here by Castellanos. Duran waiting on deck. Actually, it's going to be Laureano who would pinch hit. Fouled off. We'll do it again. 3-2. Oh, Laureano hoping to get a chance. In the air to deep left field. Back goes Church. Looking up. Gone! Game tied! Now Castellanos ties it up. 2-2. Now that is an AB. Cardinals closer yard.
Well, he certainly picked out a good one, and I'm just curious to find out whose bat that was that Nick used after he broke his own bat on a foul ball. And we are tied at 2. Thank you.
Laureano jumps in the first pitch, fouls it back. Two outs, 2 strikes on him, no problem. 2-run home run, ties the game.
Don, you hit the nail on the head. That's one of the better ABs that we have seen in a long time against the guy who's been putting up really, really good numbers. The veteran Castellanos, patient, hits a mistake out of the yard. You notice all the other sinkers that O'Brien was throwing down in the zone, foul ball, swing and miss. The one that Nick got, that's what you have to do to a sinker ball. You get it up, middle in, turn on it.
Foul outside third. Padres fans have scored a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box with today's Padres home run. Nick Castellanos ties the score 2-2. Now the broken bat.
Wouldn't be something. Nick broke his bat. Mushalele home run. Ramon breaks his bat. New one. Make it happen, Ramon.
'30th pitch coming up of this inning for Riley O'Brien. Already the blown save. Hitter's timeout granted to Ramon Laureano, pinch hitting here, last of the 9th. Wraps it foul outside of third. Swing and a miss. Laureano strikes out, and that will send us to bonus baseball in San Diego after a tremendous home run from Nick Castellanos. Ties the game 2-2. Bonus baseball in San Diego coming your way next. As Jeremiah Estrada takes over.
Well, Jeremiah has been throwing the ball well. The velocity is up since coming off the IL, and plain and simple right here. Hold the Cardinals and get yourself a win. The Padres can win at walk-off style in their half.
Laureano taking over in right field. And the new catcher is Fermin. At second base will be Burleson. He's the runner as we move to the 10th. Jordan Walker coming up here. We'll get all the changes sorted out here. Strike one. Walker has supplied the runs today for the Cardinals. His 2-run home run back in the 4th inning, 11th of the year. Trying to put the Cardinals on top in the 10th. Strike 2.
97. Fastball upstairs.
Extra inning records. Cardinals are 5-0. Padres 1-0. Foul to our right.
Three four-seamers in a row to Walker. Remember, Estrada's got that split finger as well.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Walker. First out of the 10th inning. Into the splitter to get him.
It wasn't the best splitter as far as location, but if you're going to miss with an off-speed pitch, up and out of the zone like that is fine. That's a big out.
Nolan Gorman 0 for 3 on the day. Take strike one. For 3 against Estrada in his career, 3 strikeouts. Did he go? No. I'll check with Jansen Visconti, third base umpire. We'll see from the side.
I think that's a check.
Popped up foul off to the left out of play. Popped up foul off to left out of play. Cepho up in the pen right now. A 1-2 pitch. Too high. 2-2. Outfield straightaway and deep on Gorman. Burleson with his walking lead at second base. And he struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Estrada. 2 down in the 10th.
Four-seamer up top, right down the middle for the swing and miss.
Two down. Burleson at second. Mason Wynn. Ball one. It's Estrada. Does have 2 hits, 2 for 3 with a double. Two 2-0. Padres bullpen has been fantastic after 6 good innings from Buehler, 2 hitless innings from Marinaccio, 1 hitless inning for Rodriguez. Now Estrada, 4th arm used today. Strike one. Only behind him, 3-1. First base is open. Nathan Church on deck for the Cardinals. 2 down in the top of the 10th in a tie game right now. Strike 2. Foul back. We'll do it again. Battle continues.
It's been straight challenge, this AB for Mason Wynn and Jeremiah Estrada. All 4-seam fastballs. 7th pitch coming.
Very high, and he walks in. So that'll be first and second with 2 down. That slider kind of took off. And now you got Church coming up next. And heading to the mound is Stammen. He's going to make the change. So we've got a pitching change here from Petco Park in San Diego. Looks like Morejon's going to be coming into this game with 2 outs in the top of the 10th. Runners at first and second, all tied at 2. Second and first in a tie game right now, and Morejon comes in to face Church.
Well, last time out was against these same Cardinals yesterday. 2/3 of an inning, a hit, a run, earned run. He struck out 1 Redbird. 18th game overall for the hard-throwing left-hander. The force anywhere on the infield with 2 outs.
They're going to mix it up. Jose Fermin will pinch hit for Church. With runners at first and second, and the left-hander on the mound, they decide to bring up a right-handed hitter. Fermin pops it up on the first pitch. Ty France will stagger, will make the catch. We come back to Petco Park in San Diego, tied at 2. Jackson Merrill will lead it off, trying to walk it off. Back to Mother's Day 2022, and Jorge Alfaro with a walk-off.
Well, that was a fun afternoon.
Now a chance for the Padres to walk it off in 2026. And Jackson Merrill will be intentionally walked right out of the gate.
Yeah, that's the strategy. Usually part of the lineup when you're on the road. That run means nothing.
So first and second with nobody out here in the 10th, and Fernando. It's a new pitcher, Gordon Graceffo.
Well, for Graceffo, righties hitting .211, lefties 100. A 26-year-old Graceffo out of Villanova. 4-seamer slider, curveball, changeup. 17th game, 1.74 ERA.
Fernando takes his hitter's timeout, backs out. Signs reeled off by Bob Henley.
Lay one down the third base line, possibly move him up.
Bluffing, spiraling off the backside, no throw. Laureano, the winning run. He is squaring and fouling it off. You get a piece of that or not?
You know what?
The runners did not advance.
Yeah, let's take a look, because I was looking at the catcher's reaction.
No, never did.
Yeah.
Just didn't get far enough away for them to advance.
Right.
So it is ball one. Charging from the corners. Fernando. Get out of the way of that one. He definitely made contact that time, but almost hit him.
That's up in the danger zone right there.
Trying to pull it back.
Yep. Right off the handle.
Watch out for your fingers. No bunt showing there, and he takes strike two. So now they'll back up from the corners, back onto the dirt. Ball two. Nice block by Pages. Keeps it in front of him.
There's a curveball. As a catcher, you have to anticipate that. That ball's going to the dirt, and he blocks it perfectly.
Full count. Ball four, he walks him. Bases loaded. So the intentional walk followed by the more conventional walk. Loads the bases. And sets the table for Manny Machado. Marmo is headed out there, and he's bringing a glove with him. They're going to bring in one of the outfielders to the infield and stack it up. So it'll be Fermin, who had taken over in left, after pinch hitting for Church, who's going to come into the infield to join his teammates.
So the Cardinals are hoping for a grounder with the extra infielder, and when you look at the numbers, Graceffo is pretty much a fly ball pitcher. Manny, if he can get something, just a good old-fashioned sac fly. We know Manny's got opposite field pop two. There's three on the left side, two on the right.
Bases loaded. Nobody out. Winning run 90 feet away. Fly ball headed to right center field. From right comes Walker. Makes the catch. Here comes Laureano. Throw to the plate. Ball game over. Padres walk it off. Manny Machado with a sac fly. Mother's Day walk off.
Up and in. Manny got under it. Lofts it to the outfield. The old sac fly, and then the race is on. And all the moms in San Diego are happy.
A 3-2 walk-off victory for the Padres in 10 innings. What a ball game this turned out to be.
How quickly things can change and how pitching can go one way or the other. And I go back early in the game. We talked about it. Walker Buehler just threw the ball extremely well. It was one pitch. It was a 2-run shot off the bat of Jordan Walker that hit the home run.
Nick Castellanos is joining us from field level. And Nick, first I got to ask you, after breaking that bat, whose bat did you use to hit the home run? Your own or somebody else's?
Somebody else's. Fernando tossed me his bat.
Nice.
Yeah.
It worked.
That's awesome. What, you gave the look to the dugout. Were you thanking somebody? Were you looking at somebody in particular? And you got something coming in hot.
Holy sheets.
Well, it is time now for our Wells Fargo Active Mike, and we've got to ask you about the entire at-bat. I mean, that was one of the best at-bats we have seen all season long. I mean, you just kept battling away, and against a really tough pitcher.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say other than just kind of sinking into the moment and relaxing a little bit more and more with each pitch I saw.
Nick, what is the attitude of the ball club down 2-0 late in the ball game? What's the cheerleading like? What's everybody doing on that bench to try to punch everybody up? Because we've seen some late inning heroics as we take a look at your home run. Well, as Don mentioned, what a great at-bat. But what it's like down in that dugout late in the ball game?
I would say nobody's like, rah too much. Everybody's just kind of focused on still competing, and, until the last out is made, we're in the fight.
One of the traits of this year's club, no question about it, is you're never out of it, even down to your last strike, your last out, and it's just been the way the Padres have operated this season, and you now are a part of that. You have to feel good.
Of course. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Padres win it. They walk it off from Petco Park in San Diego. The final, San Diego 3, the Cardinals 2. Thank you for watching Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. For Mark Grant and Bob Scanlon, I'm Don Orsillo. Now stay tuned for the Padres postgame show.